All right, all you archery hunters and anybody that's been following me with my bow, I've been shooting this for not very often over the last several months. I did a video right in the beginning of my adventures explaining about the bow that I bought, the Bear Cruzer G-2 2017 model, and fired a bunch of shots at 20 yards, 30 yards, and 40 yards, just getting familiar with actually shooting a compound bow. This is the first time I've ever used a compound bow. Got some good recommendations from people right in the beginning, put all that information into my head, and I've been up here in Idaho for about 2 months now, a little over 2 months now, and been out shooting a few times and been okay. I've been satisfied with my performance, but got about 2 weeks now till archery season opens, and it's time for me to get out and start practicing. So these first several shots, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire 3 shots. I'm going to go over with the camera, show you how they're hitting, and just get back and take a look at the footage, and I'll put this on no matter how terrible it is. I don't think it's going to be too bad. So today I am shooting the Ballistic Hunter carbon arrows. They're basically a generic brand arrow that I got at Sportsman's Warehouse. I've been shooting the Vital Impact. I bought 6 of those when I bought the bow, and that's what I've shot in the other videos that I've had. These are a little less expensive than the Vital Impact, but I'm already more happy with their consistency. I didn't go for the $10 a piece Easton carbon arrows. So hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass when I go to get my buck this year. So let's take a look at this, and if anybody's got any feedback, please feel free to put it on down there in the comments, and keep an eye on it. A couple more weeks we're going to be shooting deer. Let's go take a look at those. All right. Number 1, high and way left. Number 2, just slightly low and slightly left. Number 3, slightly high and slightly left. Not sure what happened there. I've already been shooting this a few times before I started filming this. So my technique. All right, let's pull these and go shoot them again. So one of the tips that I got was to always do the exact same thing every time. So my first few shots, I didn't even have the quiver on, just have the arrows laying here next to me. So what I've done is, in practice, as I'm going to do an actual hunt, I've got the quiver on, I've got 3 arrows in it. That adds whatever weight, whatever imbalance it might have. So anybody that's going to point that out, always shoot the same. That's one of the tips that I'm aware of. Making sure I'm in my same point, and let's see what we do. think I like those a little better. Let's go take a look. Definitely liking that pattern a little bit better. If I'm not mistaken, in the outer ring of the bullseye is number 1, next up is number 2, next up is number 3. Keep practicing. Take a look. So I guess I should have marked which was the new arrow that I put into the group I was shooting there. This is number 1, and I actually, from 20 yards out, it looked like this shot a lot higher, but apparently this arrow was rotating when it got here. That's kind of strange. This one that's within the 8-inch is number 2. This one to the outside is number 3. So I went from slightly low, slightly high left to fairly erratic right and high. All right, let's do it again. Bullseye. See. Certainly tighten them up. Not certain on the order on this. I do believe this one in the middle is number 1. One on top is number 2. I believe that's number 3. so I'm within this 8-inch pattern. I'm a little inconsistent pretty regularly, but one of the things I've just come to the conclusion of is I started keeping both eyes open, and since I've started doing that, I'm staying to the right. Prior, my first couple of shots, I had my left eye closed because I'm looking through my peep with my right, and I was shooting left. So one of the things that I have to remember to be consistent on, I want to keep both eyes open. So I'm going to try this a few more times, not make any adjustments until I can actually establish that I am clearly shooting to the right with both eyes. Alright, move the camera a little bit closer so I can maybe get a little better detail to see what exactly it is I'm doing here. I think I need to work on my trigger finger. I think I might have been tugging a little bit too much instead of just releasing the trigger. So let's see if I can work on that. Take a look. I don't know. Look down on it, the top one and that bottom one are pretty straight in line, which is about in line with where I'm shooting from. So that middle one's bearing off to the left. Alright, so just for the fun of it, this is going to be my last round. Unless I'm really happy with the way these perform. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot at 30 yards, 3 shots right now. I'm going to use the same arrows. What I'll do when I get ready to shoot again, I'll check all of my arrows, make sure everybody's nice and straight and tidy. So here goes 3 shots at 30 yards. What I'm thinking this is going to tell me, if I've got a lot of deflection in these cheaper arrows, I'll be able to see that even more dramatic at 30 yards than at 20 yards. If anybody's got any response to that, please let me know. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Ten more yards. That was a significant difference in hit timing. I think I like those. Let's go take a look. I don't know if you can see those, but they are coming into the bag all almost exactly a straight line. Not seeing the deflection on impact. Move up nice and close, see if you can see that. All 3 of those. Those are very, very straight in line with the angle that I was shooting from where I was shooting at. Look down on them. That's my line. I like that. Let's go ahead and shoot that again. See if it was a fluke. I don't know if the camera's picking up those animal noises down there, but I'm pretty sure those are a couple of sandhill cranes. Hopefully we'll get a shot of them on our way out of here today. Let's see. One of them not quite as straight as the other. I don't know if that's deflection because those are coming in pretty close. I've got a mark on that fletching right there. I got a bullseye! I'm going to say that from my overall experience level and the amount of practice I've done, I'm pretty happy. But again, I got 2 weeks to get this better. I like the angle. I like the way these are hitting. If anybody's got any recommendations or any information that can help me with this, why at 20 yards are my arrows hitting at a poor angle, and why at 30 yards they're hitting much straighter? I have my ideas, but I'd like to hear from somebody that that does this a lot. Maybe can give me a little more information. All right, Kitty, so that's going to wrap up what I'm doing today. I want to close this with saying a couple of things. Number one, I know that this is an inexpensive, entry-level, ready-to-hunt package bow. You know, $400 bow with a 4-pin lighted sight, a quiver, a strap, you know, with all the adjustability that this thing has, 5 to 70 pound draw weight. What is it, 15 to 30 draw length adjustment. I mean, it's a very adjustable bow. It's an entry-level bow, but for being an entry-level guy, I'm very, very pleased with the performance of this. I think anybody that's wanting to get started in archery, this is a great combination to go with. Second thing I want to talk about is my coming out and hunting this year. This is the first time I've hunted since I was a little kid. It's the first time I've ever shot a compound bow. Getting a little better with it every time. There are so many videos out there by people that have got years and years of experience, and I appreciate that a lot because you give me a lot of information. It's awesome to watch what you do and take the help that you provide and apply it towards mine. But really what I'd like to be able to show people is somebody that's just getting started, man, you can get out and do this. You can get out with a $400 package. You double that with all of your other accessories, wrist strap, tools, case, extra arrows, tips, all that. You know, at max, I'm into this entire kit that I've got for less than $800. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot at a deer this year, and hopefully I'm going to get better before that happens, because I'm really, really, really not interested in a piss poor shot. I will pick my shots very, very carefully. I'll miss deer just because I'm not going to take the shot. I know that. But again, I want to emphasize, you can get out there and get started. You don't have to be intimidated by this and think that you've got to have, you know, years of experience to even be able to start. That doesn't even make any sense. But I'm a beginner. I'm out here in this beautiful country. I'm going to go deer hunting this year with this bow. and with the arrows that I've got, and hopefully I'll be putting some meat in my freezer, and even more, hopefully I'm not wounding an animal and sending them off. Anybody got any feedback? Again, I've asked for it a number of times. Real pleased with the bow. I know I could spend as much on just a bare bow or a blank bow as I've spent on my entire kit, and probably shoot better. But you don't have to. You can get out there for this kind of a price package and do some shooting and have some fun. So anybody that's just looking to get started, or you just have gotten started and you find my videos interesting, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Leave some comments. I love the comments. I've got some family members that leave me some goofy ass comments, but I love them too. So I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think and how I'm doing. All right. Have a great day.